Well, a very good evening, everybody, and welcome to Delta T Racing. It's Thursday night, so it's time for Division 2. We're coming here from Abu Dhabi for round number 11, so penultimate round of the season. Obviously a night race and notoriously dry as well. Good evening, Andre, in the chat. Get yourself in your car. You've got a battle with Havoc Connor, I believe, to sort out tonight. So Tom Putty, is he the first one out, or is it? Yeah, Tom Putty first one out. So as normal, I will jump on with him. So yeah, down to the last two races of the season. We have Abu Dhabi tonight. Next week we are going from Interlagos to Brazilian Grand Prix. Are we going to see a title decider tonight, or are we going to see it next week? As you can see from the table there, Kazingal leading the way, 147 points. J5 Gaming in second on 139 points. Pitkey in 133. Really, we're looking at the title is going to be between those three, but Riker still does have an outside chance, especially after that dominant win that he had last week. If he can continue that this week, and well, hope for some DNFs of the drivers ahead, he could get back into it. But realistically, we're looking at Kazingal, J5 Gaming and Pitkey as the main title contenders this year. 52 points left available. We'll see how we go. So right, let's get back to Tom in the Mercedes tonight, one of our reserve drivers, but has raced quite a few times this year, so hopefully he'll be back next season. Next season still can't actually say when that is going to begin yet, because we've had absolutely no comeback on with regards to the release date of the 26 DLC. So until we know that, it's very difficult to plan a next season. But we are looking at perhaps putting on a small event in between, but that's to be discussed, and obviously once we know more we will drop it out to you. Just also before we get going fully, anyone wants to join Delta T Racing, we are coming to the end of the season with just 2 races left, so it's a good time to sign up. Get yourself known in the chat and get yourself a race seat for next season. So we have 2 divisions. Unfortunately, the top half of Division 1 are where our quick guys are, and the rest of it sort of filled up by Division 2 standard drivers. So it'd be nice to get some sort of quicker drivers in, but not aliens. But yeah, anyway, if you're interested, the Discord is in the description below. Right, okay, so Tom invalidated there, so we'll be coming into the pits. Let's go orientate yourself with where the start finish line is. Okay, I think we've got Red Bull. Is it Pitkey? Nope, but he'll soon be coming in, so we'll stay on board with him. I think Summer's just ahead of him. Bob coming into the last sector now, but Pitkey getting held up there, this is slightly there, but not too much. Pops himself into 3rd position, 124.088. Okay, so who do we have? Bog should be coming across the line any minute now. We'll see where he can put himself. Had a decent race last night in Division 1, and already 23.891 off the bat, up into 2nd place behind Connor. Okay, we have a McLaren coming next of Andre. So Andre's not been the best of qualifiers this season. 8th position there. Pretty much round about his qualifying this year, but he does make his way forward in the race. But unfortunately, he just gets caught up in some incidents. Some self-inflicted, but the vast majority just wrong place, wrong time, which I think we all know that feeling from time to time. Okay, so we've got a Ferrari coming across now. That's Ralph. He'll be coming into the pits, I would imagine. Already done the 1 lap. Yep. So we've got the first round of pitters coming in now. Who's that coming in? Connor. Yeah, he'll be coming into the pits as well. Then the Aston Martin will be Lakatsis, also into the pits. Do we have anybody on that lap? Piney is. and has invalidated, unfortunately, so won't be putting a time on the board there. Skipper just at the back end, so starting the second half of his lap now. There's Skipper coming around under the hotel there into the last two right-handers to finish the lap. What time is he going to pop on the board? Doesn't look too bad, to be honest. 124.98 to 11th position for him. But into the 24s, I'm sure he's got another couple of tenths or so in him there, so could improve a couple of positions. Who else do we have out? Right, Piney is on a lap, but I think he invalidated that. So is he going to go for a second run? If not, what we'll do is we'll jump on with Nathan, who is on his first hot lap. So like myself, has waited for the rush to get out the way, then you go out more or less have a clear track, no distractions. Sometimes obviously with coming out on their second runs can interfere with the end of your first run, but it's rare. Here we go. So Nathan coming down the end of the straight, hard on the brakes through the first chicane. And again, flat out all the way down here. Open up that DRS, deploy some ERS, heading into this fast left-hander. So down 2-3 gears. Brake slightly. It's all about apex speed there, trying to carry the speed into and out of the corner. It seems like a tidy lap so far by Nathan. Tidy doesn't always mean quick though. This double left-hander, you can turn it into just one bend if you get it absolutely right. Turn the wheel once and you can just carry on and continue. But here we go anyway. Nathan coming across the line now. Where is he going to go? 26.590. I did say that fast is not always tidy, but never mind. Right, Johnny is now on a lap as well. Is he on one or is he just about to start one? I think he's on one, but he's got some traffic ahead of him. Hopefully that will not get in his way. It is one of the McLarens. I think it was Piney moved well out of the way as well, which is good to see. So, well done, Piney. So Johnny putting in 24.1 before, so onto... No, it must have been his lap he's just put in. Yeah, 24.1, because he has drained his battery. So won't be going on another run there. Brother Adam is... So Brother Adam can do quite well in qualifying. But again, just seems to be wrong place, wrong time during the race. So Brother Adam into the chicane here. Easy to mess this one up. So you hit the sausage curve, which will launch you, or if you go too wide you can invalidate. Also during the race we give you a warning as well. Well anyway, to a 3-second penalty, so we do expect some penalties here. You're throwing it into the left hander, just trying to get that grip before you get back on the accelerator. Take it out wide to the right. Cut that corner. Go hard onto the brakes. Cutting the corner, not too bad there. Could have done it a little bit more. Just slightly too early on the throttle. We had to back out of that and then back on it. It's going to cost him a couple of tenths through there. Back onto the start-finish line. Open up that throttle. Gone a bit wider, carried a bit more speed there. A 24.7. So he did improve on his time, but I don't think he's... Oh, I think he's improved in position by 1 place. I think he does have more in him than that. Right, let's jump up and see how the Haas team are getting on. We have Bogorovsky, who is second on the road, so Jack, championship leader. Purple sector 2. Nearly half a second up on his time. It could be down to a 23.7, which Moss Isley did without me actually blooming seeing that. That's ridiculous. 23.727. And Pipke 23.481. Sorry Pipke, I didn't see you were ahead here, but just staying on with Jack. What's my Jack, but on 23.652, not as fast as Pipke. So Pipke again, I say he's been such a strong qualifier this year. I'm sure he will hope to carry that on again tonight. Currently sitting third in the championship, so by no means out of it. But does have the work to do. So Bog up to second with 23.509, just ahead of his teammate. Haas leading the championship by 16 points from Red Bull as well, so points are important here. 88 point total available for teams over the next 2 races. So still a lot of points to play for. Okay, who can we jump on board with? Looks like McLaren of Andre is just coming to finish his lap, and he's half a second up. 24.3 puts him into 11th position. So not necessarily the strongest qualifier, but normally makes up for it during the race, as long as he has a bit of luck. So Piney on his out lap. Piney has recently gone on to the wheel, so he's been a control player, gone on to the wheel. Only had about a week's practice, so he I don't think he's expecting the world tonight, but just a nice tidy clean race from him would be good. Get some confidence up on the on those tyre on the wheel, should I say. Okay, where was I looking at? So Calais, where's Calais? He's moving out of the way, so he's on, must be on an out lap. Right, who do we have out? NLD Rush is on in lap. Bog, obviously you know, Hummer, he's going to be on in lap. Moss Isley, let's see if he can improve. As he slid into pole position with me unnoticed, so I am going to make sure I get you this time. So now on to the long straight, flat out DRS open there, we'll deploy ERS. Make it body down to about 35%, 40%, which he does. Bit timid of those curbs there, so I could have taken a little bit more. So still some more time in him here, but 123.727 is his time. He's already 2/10 up on that. We'll put him down to 23.5, so we'll be looking at fighting Bog for a front row place, and could, if he improves a little bit more, could hit Pipke, excuse the pun, for pole position. Here we go, Moss Isley now coming into the last 2 turns, and right, obviously not happy with that, but it just goes to show that this guy does have the pace in him. So who do we have missed? I'm just trying to see. Oh, right. Riker's not here tonight. Just noticed that. So yeah, so that will be the end of his championship charge. Currently 51 points behind Jack. So there are 52 points to play for. So mathematically still in. But look at that, Piney up into 8th position, completely under the radar there. Has invalidated this lap, but 23.972. So not far off the leaders. That's a good lap by him. So Johnny, how is he doing? He's improving by 800ths of a second, nearly 900ths. And looks like he has backed out there. So will he charge and go again, or will he come into the pits? So not a lot of cars currently out on track. Johnny we've got a few going on their out laps. So 2.5 minutes left of qualifying. So if Johnny wants to go again, he needs to get back to the pits. and get those tyres changed over, unless he's going to go for a second run on these ones. I think just moving out of the way there. So yeah, Connor's on an out lap. Okay, anybody starting a lap yet? Pombear is... no, it looks like he's at 40 because he's got 100%. So who is going to be the first pit rush? I'm surprised that was not an invalidation there. Went very, very wide at turn number 1. But if you don't get any validation, you don't get red, then absolutely fine. We go down onto the long straight. One of the major overtaking points on this course, obviously with DRS and ERS coming down into turn number 6. Excuse me, it's a good place to make an overtake up the inside. You've got to remember it's a double DRS detection zone just there, and DRS now enabled here. So obviously it's you can make the position back here. It's a bit like at Brazil. If you make the move along the start finish line, normally by the time you get to the next straight, DRS is handed back to the opposition who sails past you again, so it's status quo. So not the easiest track to overtake, although there are opportunities, but you just need to be strategic. That's probably the way to say it. So right, okay, so NLD Rush now coming around to invalid or a bolt. That's okay, so it looks like the two Haas are out, whether they're giving each other a tow or whether they are just spaced out this way. Let's see what sector 2 time is for Jack. So he is 9 thousandths up. Not a lot, but he's up. Mos Eisley has now retired from qualifying, so he's done the best that he can in the time that's available. So he's looking strong at one point straight off the bat, 23.727, but just wasn't able to improve, whether it was couldn't get a clean run or basically gave yourself your best. So Jack still has time to go, but has 23.509. He is done. Jack, okay, I thought Jack had finished there. NLD Rush coming out. Not sure he's going to make it round in time. Pombear has crashed at turn number 3. Yeah, and he's now struggling to get that back out. Right, okay, so who is coming through? We've got Summers. No, it's going to be Pipke, isn't it? I don't want to miss him again. He's just down on his time. 1,500 down on his provision, or his current pole position time. So let's see where we are. Hummer now currently sitting in 3rd place, 23.602. He has pulled time. Summers now coming into the last couple, and he will be coming in as well. Brother Adam has already finished. Havoc Connor coming in. Piney in 10th from Putty. Andre, has he got a lap? No, he has invalidated, so he won't be improving on that. Pombear has invalidated. So this looks like, I think this is our grid. I can't see how long's left. I think it's about a minute and a half. So I'm not sure if it's going to give them time to get out. I mean, 1:23. They need to be. Nope. No, that's time remaining, isn't it? So yeah, the checker flag has already fallen, as we can see there. Okay, so Pipke looks like he has taken another pole position this season. Not sure if that's 4 or 5, but he's been pretty damn dominant in qualifying, and perhaps should have gone on for more wins, but we don't always get what we deserve. So Bobrovsky picking up 2nd position. And Hummer completing the podium of the of qualifying, but we'll go through them now. So we have Pipke taking pole position and Bogorovsky joining him on the front row of the grid. On the second row, we have Hummer and Kazingal. On the third row, NLD Rush and Moss Isley. Summers and Brother Adam on row 4. Then we have Connor and Piney on row 5, Tom Putty and Andre on row 6. On row 7, we have Ralph and Pombert. Sorry, Ralph. Oh, can't remember now. Anyway, it counted down too quick. So anyway, we will jump straight into the race now. Okay, so drivers will be picking their strategies. I'm just trying to have a look on my report, see if there is any chance of rain. Doesn't really show a huge amount on here. It looks like it's just going to be dry, which is what we expected, to be honest. Okay, so as we discussed, Drivers' Championship is very close between the 3 constructors as well. Still got 4 teams in it. So McLaren really with more of an outside chance now, 88 points available. And they are, let me work that out, 81 behind. Yeah, 81 behind. So, I mean, they would need the teams, well, certainly Haas to DNF in pretty much everything now. So really the fight's going to be between Haas, Red Bull and the Racing Bulls. 16 points between Haas and Red Bull, and their junior team 20 points behind them. Anyway, let's get back to the live action now, and we'll have a look and see what tyres everybody has gone for. So pretty much medium for the whole grid except for Summers in 7th, Piney Penguin in 10th and Tom Putty in 11th. They've opted for the hard tyre strategy. So we'll keep an eye on Summers. I expect him to probably drop a few places over the first few laps, but then once he stabilises, he should become quicker, certainly towards the end of the life of the medium tyres. Basically, possible strategies is saying a 2-stopper. I think we could see quite a bit of 2-stopping tonight. Right, okay. So obviously with the race here at Yas Marina, we start off in sort of the lighter conditions, but it should get darker as the race continues. Obviously temperatures can drop slightly as well, so it's one thing that they need to take into account. But I think the main thing here is just surviving the first lap. I mean, certainly, you know, turns 1 to 5, if you can get through there. There doesn't really seem to be a huge pinch point down at 6. I think obviously along that straight it seems to sort itself out a little bit, but yeah, we do have some impatiente people that think you can still win the race in turns 1, 2 and 3, and so we have had absolute mayhem here in the past. So fingers crossed we don't get that tonight, but I'm looking forward to an exciting race. Obviously Pipke, 3rd place in the championship, will be leading us away. And then we have Jack in 4th and Johnny down the grid quite a bit. So a lot for him to do tonight. But anyway, we are just waiting for the lights to go out. And they have, and we're underway for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix season 15. It looks like a good start from Pipke and a great start from Hummer, leapfrogging ahead of Bogorovsky. But I think Bog just being sensible, doesn't need to push early on. Let's have a look back, see if we have had any contact. It looks like we've got through the first few turns pretty safely, which is good to see. It looks like we have a wide Alpine there, which was NLD Rush, just dropping down a few places. So not too many changes on the opening lap. So Bogrovsky losing 1 position to Hummer in the Ferrari. Piney having a bit of a moment and picking up 3-second time penalty for corner cutting as well. As I say, he is new to the wheel, so I know he's done some practice, but practice is one thing. When it actually matters, it's completely different. And yeah, only takes a slip, so we'll see how he progresses. So D Summers didn't actually lose a position, made a position at the start on those hard tyres. So Pipke obviously setting the fastest lap of the race. Bog obviously in a comfortable position, just half a second behind Hummer, so well within the DRS. There's his teammate as well behind him, although knowing Bog, he will change positions for the championship. Very good teammate to have, can be very beneficial to have behind with holding people up ever so slightly for you to get away, but very much a team player. And that could be noted by this season, the fact that the pair are leading the championship. As I say, 16-point gap ahead of the Red Bull pairing of Pipke and defending champion D Summers. Still cannot count out the pairing of Haddock Connor and J5 Gaming at Racing Bull either. So yeah, Red Bull family doing well in this championship. Just have the upper hand at the moment. Okay, so looks like NLD Rush losing a couple of positions there, so I think he may have had a little bit of a spin around the horseshoe. Can't see if he has any damage at all. But who was that getting out of the way? I don't know if somebody got an illegal overtake there. They seem to be letting them pass. Right, okay, back to the front. So Hummer still putting the pressure on Pipke. So with DRS enabled, we could be looking at Hummer going for a move down this straight, or certainly the next. But Pipke moving out just to break the toe. Just behind as he has a first-class ticket to this, and keeping himself within that second as well, so able to save on his ERS. Letting his teammate through, was he? It was that Jack just missing a braking point exercise. He's coming under pressure from Ross Isley now. Brother Adam and NLD Rush exchanging positions. We're going to get a few of that. Hopefully I might even catch some overtakes at some point. But I am keen just to keep an eye on this battle at the front as they come through the hotel section. 2 more turns to complete lap number 3. So we've got a bit of a split. Top 7 have broken away ever so slightly. Tom Puddy just over a second behind Andre. Andre into the pits. It's just not going your way this season, is it, mate? Front wing. So yeah, picking up some damage, but bolts on a fresh set of tyres, and you never know with a safety car what can happen around this track. Could find himself back in it without too much of an issue. Pretty much staying the same at the front there. Skipper just losing a position to Pombert. I think Pombert was on a bit of a charge. Really have more pace than what he got in qualifying. So he'll be looking to try and carve his way through this field. Next up is Brother Adam just ahead of him. is he going to make the move up the inside? He thought about it, but just stuck his nose there just to say to skipper, look, I am here. I don't think it will be long before he's passed, although lost just a bit of time there. Slightly later on the brakes than he had hoped for. Right, let's get back up to the front section here. So I say top 8 are together, but then we've got a 3-second gap back to Johnny. He himself 2 seconds clear of Piney. So we've certainly got some breaks now, but this top 7 or 8, I think Tom's just outside of DRS, because I've noticed he's getting the gap back to about a second, just under, and then it's going up again, which it is down here, obviously without that skip. I think 10-second penalty to cut the corner. Wonder if there was an incident down into the chicane. Skipper letting him back through. I wonder if he got an illegal overtake as well. Whoa, 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 whoa! Ralph and brother Adam there coming to blows. Not quite sure what happened there. There was a slow car, which I think was one of the Saubers. I think it might have been Skipper trying to let some positions back, but I don't think that message got through, and unfortunately he spun and has taken Ralph with him. So it might have been composite, I'm not sure which one it was, but anyway, let's concentrate on this front 8, as we are very, very close. Tom has now got himself within that DRS. Just outside of it. Had he not made it? Right, does he have DRS this time around? He should do, yes, so he should be able to open his DRS now, which he does. So hopefully he can just draw onto the back of these, and then he can start saving some of that heavily depleted energy, so he can use it for overtakes a little bit later on. So pretty much as you were, Pitkey leading with Hummer in second place. And we've got the 2 Haas of Barry Bogorowski and Kazingal. Aston Martin of Mos Eisley in 5th. Pitkey has already had enough of those medium tyres. He'll be coming on, bolting on his softs. Right, not quite. Oh, or are they hards? It looked like softs when they were bolting them on, but now, yeah, it's white. So he got onto the hard tyres. Phew, I was just about to think, what are you doing? So Bogorowski as well has pitted and got off those medium tyres onto a fresh set of hards. So they have done the 2 required compounds. Mos Eisley was going to go for a move. Summers just behind. Now obviously starting on those hard tyres, so he doesn't have any issue at all. But Jack now being overtaken by Mos Eisley. I'm not sure that's much of an issue if he's coming into the pits. But he'll still want to stick onto the back of him if he can. Never want to lose a position, but sometimes you have to do it tactically. So Mos Eisley continues. Hummer is into the pits though, and so is Kazingal, so is Connor. So we'll see where they come out. Be interesting to see where where Jack comes out relative to Bogorovsky, because he was literally just behind him. I think Bog has jumped Hummer. He has, so that undercut has probably, yeah, Bog's got about a 2-second undercut just from one lap, so pretty huge there. So Bog jumps up above Hummer into what will be virtual second position behind Pipke, but everybody ahead actually makes their first round of stops. So nice for Bog there. His teammate has come out about the second half, so obviously coming in the same time as Hummer, so that gap has stayed static. Okay, we're pretty spaced out on the field at the moment. Nearest is Lukatsis. Is he going to go for a move on Skipper down into turn number 1? So the jump to the outside. That's an awful camera. There they are side by side, giving each other room. Apologies, that was such a rubbish camera angle. But Lukatsis, no, he didn't get past, did he? So Skipper's still ahead. Okay, oh no, Johnny is into the pits now, so he's probably one of the last ones to jump off of the mediums. Let's get the tyres up so I can actually understand what the hell I'm talking about. So yeah, Mos Eisley's still going on those medium tyres. Probably wants to give it one more lap. Obviously less stress then put on the hards afterwards. Good evening, Grelis in the chat as well. Sorry, I wasn't looking down there. What have you missed? Not a huge amount, to be honest. All been pretty safe so far. No safety cars. Obviously, first round of pit stops. Pipke was leading before the round of pit stops. Hummer was in second, Bog in third. Bog's now jumped him in the pit stops. So Mos Eisley's still going on those 8-lap-old medium tyres. And with regards to Piney, he's made a few mistakes on the wheel, but yeah, obviously helps him put some space between himself and Pipke if himself and Bog are battling away. Jack now fastest man on track, 27.238. Bog and Piney doing a bit of trading, Bog and Pipke, sorry, doing a bit of trading there. Hummer has overtaken Piney, just making another little mistake down into turn number 5. I think just getting a bit late on the brakes. As I say, it's all about the more that you do it, the better and easier it will become, but you do have the championship leader directly behind you now. So Jack is now past Piney. I think Piney was kind enough to let Jack through there. Obviously know that they're two completely different races. Okay, so Bog still right behind Pipke, putting pressure on him. Pipke 8.9 seconds behind Mos Eisley. What happened at the front there? Tom Putty lost the lead. Did he have a bit of a spinneroo? Now Mos Eisley does now pit. Where is he going to come out compared to everybody else? I think he's going to lose a lot of places, but obviously he's going to have more grip on the tyres. But sometimes, certainly, it can be better to have that track position. Nathan picking up a 3-second time penalty there. And Tom is closing in on Summers. Obviously still on the first stint of... Oh, and Bog makes his way past Pipke. So Bog up into third position now. That gap down to 8.5 seconds. So they are chipping into it, but not by a massive amount, but certainly enough to give him a bit of worry behind, and straight past him again. So I mean, if these two could work together, sort of slingshot each other sort of down the straights, they could close in this gap pretty damn quickly, certainly with the tyres being 6 laps younger. Yeah, touchwood, Grealish, yeah, all going well for now. So it's been some clean racing. I mean, it's just see what's happening down here. So Lacatsis spinning just through the chicane there. Quite a common thing to do. But yeah, overall it's been a very, very clean race. Hope I haven't now put the kibosh on that. But yeah, it's been pretty damn good. This is getting exciting though. Battle for third position, or what is potentially the race lead. Hummer has now switched those tyres on, being a lap younger than Bog and Pipke in front of him, and now right on the tail. Jack has also caught up as well. Connor just 3.5 seconds down the road, but obviously if these three... Severe clip with Piney? What's happened with Piney? Right, looks like Piney has had some kind of contact turn 1, 2, so has lost his front wing. And I can only assume that was with NLD Rush, because I think he's just been given a 10-second drive-through penalty. But we have yellow... Oh, we've got a bloody safety car, haven't we? So everybody is going to pit, and Summers and Tom Putty get a free pit stop here. Probably pitting earlier than they want, but sometimes you can't look a gift horse in the mouth. So they're going on to the medium tyres. I wonder what the others are going to do. Obviously one issue we're going to have is the Haas team are going to get double stacked. Yeah, looks like Jack backed off as much as he could, but he's probably looking, he maybe lost about a second and a half there. Yeah, thanks for making it exciting, Grelis. Yeah, as soon as you mention it's all quiet, it all goes to pop. So. Anyway, get your ass back in a car next season. Thank you. Right, so Jack comes out in 9th, so does lose a position to Pombear during the pit stop, but will be on fresher tyres, much fresher tyres. Well, so much fresher, 5 laps, but that's quite a lot around Abu Dhabi. And it's pretty abrasive on the tyres. Okay, so I think we're going to be looking at a few laps for everybody to catch up. So then Calais is now just entering the hotel section, and the safety car isn't far off that. So yeah, Calais will need a whiz round to catch up, but I'm sure we'll have that happen before the safety car is released. Hummer now leading. Yeah, sorry, I was just reading the chat. Hummer leading from Connor, both on 5-lap-old tyres, Moss Isley on 2-lap-old hards. So he gets a good position, but it's unfortunate for him. If he'd have managed to eke it out another 2 laps, he would be sitting pretty at the top at the moment on fresh hards. But is what it is. But yeah, NLD Rush seems to be struggling a little bit. Obviously, yeah, he crashed out yesterday, causing a safety car. Crashed into Piney, or had an incident with Piney, shall we say, tonight, which has brought out another safety car. DLC. And Latifi till D-Rush. I like that one. Yeah, that's pretty good. As the plans for next season, I mean, obviously, yeah, a lot of it, as I say, hinges on the release of the 26 DLC. We've heard nothing about it at all. I mean, speculation is that we're looking beginning of June, but that's only because the season pass runs out on F1 25. I say nothing's been released yet, so it's very, very difficult to plan it. But well, so what we might do is just do a sort of a small series or something in between. You know, maybe a half season, sort of 6 races, that kind of thing. Just as an infill, just to give everyone something to do, and obviously keep us all together because we're here because we like racing. So yeah, but watch this space. As soon as we've had that discussion, we will let you know. But obviously, we're approaching the final round of the season now, so we're going to need to make a decision soon. But we'll let you know, Grillis. But yeah, it'd be good to see you back on track either way. Although I don't think Master Ranger would say that. He probably doesn't want you on track. Right, so let's have a quick look at penalties. So NLD Rush does have that drive-through penalty. Can't serve it under the safety car though. So he wants to hope it gets in soon before it disqualifies him. But it looks like we're going to be at least another lap behind the safety car. Had numerous pit stops. It's been pretty hard to keep up with who has pitted. But looking at penalties, Connor, second place with 3 seconds. Bog picking up 3 seconds as well. It's rare for Bog to pick up penalties, but it just goes to show how difficult it is around here. 10 seconds for Skipper, 3 seconds for Nathan. So that drive through for NLD Rush, which I believe he came up saying for a severe collision with Piney Penguin, but I'm not 100% sure of that. But has that to serve anyway. Piney Penguin has 12 seconds himself, Brother Adam 6, and Calais 3 seconds of penalties. Right, so do a quick look at tyres. Pretty much everybody on new tyres other than Ralph in 11th, so on 9-lap-old hards. And the front duo of Hummer and Connor have completed 7 laps on their hards as well. Everybody else pretty much newish tyres. But we're just waiting. I think the field is pretty much bunched up now, although we do have Calais at the back. But I think safety car is coming in now, looking at the gap that has been left. Got no notification, but we are going to be back in. So Hummer has backed right off, allowing the safety car to shoot ahead. When is he going to go? Is he going to go before the final turn or out of the final turn? Or before? He's gone before. He's caught everybody bloody napping. Look at that. That's a cracking start there by Hummer. Literally has over a second gap already before he actually even crosses the line. So yeah, pretty damn hot start there for him. That's the way to do an overtake or to do a restart, is just to catch everybody else completely napping and unawares, which he's done. 1.6 seconds clear, and we've only just reached turn number 5. So out of DRS mode, behind we have Moss Isley and D Summers battling. This might not end well, but we'll have a look. I think Summers has given that position. Maybe he hasn't. As I say, he's such an absolute rubbish camera angle around there. But Moss Isley gets that position on Connor. And now D Summers wants to take advantage of that as well and move up into 3rd position. Connor will say that 3-second time penalty. So Summers literally is all over the back of Connor now. The DRS now enabled. Let me just go a little bit further back. So Tom Putty is trying to go for a move around the outside on Connor, and he does it. Pretty brave move, to be honest with you, but I think Connor is really struggling for pace at the moment. Yeah, agree with you, Grealish, to be honest with you. It's Hummer's not had the greatest of seasons. He started off not too bad first couple of races, but then it seems to have really dropped off. So again, I think a lot of it's down to bad luck, wrong place, wrong time. Whether he's also not had the time to put the practice in. But yeah, I expected him to be pushing for the title this year. But fingers crossed he'll be back next season and he'll be back to his good old strong self. But saying that, just losing a position there. What the hell have we got going on back there? No, who is that? Andre? Well, I'll try and get there. Oh my God. Who have we lost? Andre and Pipke. Jesus, I turned my head for 1 minute just to see what's going on down there, and Pipke's out. Jesus Christ. Well, there's still a wheel rolling across the bloody track there, but I didn't see what happened at all. But that is all that is left of one of the cars. So Pipke, third in the championship, is now out. Will not pick up a single point. And look what's happened is that his championship, well, the leader of the championship now leading the race. But we've got a plethora of pit stops coming in now. So apologies, I missed that. I saw the wreckage, but I couldn't see what happened. But yeah, Pipke out of the race. I'm sure he will be sharing his opinion, and hopefully he'll share his POV in the chat as well, so we can actually see what happened there. But yeah, unfortunately, Pipke was, say, provisional race leader, now out of the race. Bog down to 18th as well, so yeah, the Haas involved. Oh my God, so that was a really bad corner for 3-4 of the drivers. But yeah, Bog now down in 18th position. Must have been, or got caught up in that somehow. I think probably had to stop for a new nose, but there's Piney there moving off track to let Bog through. It's quite nice to see. Obviously Piney struggling a bit with the on the wheel, so I think he'd be quite happy to just do the restart from the back. But oh, okay, so that's huge for the championship, absolutely huge for the championship, because Pipke was, what, 14 points behind, so he could well be out of the championship race come the checker flag. Johnny looking strong in second position. So yeah, as Bass Ranger said, J5 in second. So yeah, the two top in the championship, 1 and 2. You can't get much better than that. Obviously Johnny, I'm sure, would like to spin it around the other way. I mean, if it did spin around the other way, we'd go into the final race of the season with Jack 1 point ahead. But as it stands at the moment, Jack's strengthening his grip on this season's title. So he's had a very, very strong year. He only came in fairness, as a replacement, well, a replacement for me. I was going to race with Bogorowski this season in the Haas, but unfortunately we couldn't get anybody to cover the live stream, so I dropped out to do that. Kazingle has jumped in and has done, I'll be honest, probably a better job than I could have done this season. So safety car is in this lap. I'm just going to have a quick look in the chat to see if there's no, nothing mentioned in there at the moment. I'm sure we'll find out a bit later what is going on. Right, so is Jack going to learn from Hummer? He can't. I don't think the safety car is far enough ahead, so it looks like Jack's probably going to go out of the final corner. J5 all over his backside, will want to go with him. Make sure he stays within that DRS and try and make it a two-car fight. We have 10 laps of this race left. Anything can happen. Right, is anything happening? I don't see much happening. Everything seems to be quite conservative, but we said that before, and then had a yellow flag a couple of laps later. But yeah, everyone seems to be coming through. Hammer looks busy. Looks like he wants to get on the attack as quick as he can, and does make the move past the Castles up into 6th position. Looks like Moss Eisley's going to follow him through and even look to make the double overtake. And Moss Eisley goes wide. Oh, it's a big unfortunate one. That's 3 cars in the one corner does not go well. Lucas is picking up a 10-second penalty for a severe collision now. I think unfortunately that's one of those pinch points. You just can't get 3 going in, but obviously Moss Eisley's gone out wide on the left. Hummer's gone through the middle, and yeah, Lucas saw a gap on the inside, obviously gone for it, but then you've got that pinch point where unfortunately they are going to hit. So some damage, some penalties and some lost places there. But Moss Eisley remains in 6th position, still hot on the back of Nathan. Ralph is now out. Ralph has crashed at the hotel section, so turn number 14. And do we have another? So we do. It's going to be another safety car. So it's going to be good for Bog though. He should be able to stay out if everyone else pits and make up some positions. But if not, he'll certainly be there or thereabouts. The Cats is Tom Putty and brother Adam all coming in. Right, sorry about that. Let's jump back into here. Having a look, yeah, 3 into 1 does not go. D2 for the win. Benny, good evening, Benny. Good to have you here, my friend. Master Ranger, safety cars breed safety cars. This is no exception here today and yesterday. Yeah, very true. Very true. Probably won't be the last one we'll see either, but we are ticking off the laps now. Certainly everybody a bit closer. We just have the... What is up with the cactus? I think he's just sitting there till he gets disqualified. There we go. So Lucas gets himself disqualified by sitting still on track. Good to be on board with that one. Okay, so Jack is coming up to the back of the safety car again, although that safety car seems to be shifting. Hasn't actually caught it yet. So not a lot of pit stops this time round, but considering we've only got a few laps, yeah, potentially Master Ranger. We'll wait and see, but yeah, it just yeah, it looked a bit weird, just stuck on the side of the track. I'm sure there was a reason for it. Hope that everything's okay. Realistic 2026 Aston Martin gameplay that was. Yeah, very true, Grillis. Very, very true. But yeah, we have one Aston Martin left in the race as well. And obviously with Pitke out, that's bad for Red Bull. We were in second position. Summers currently in 7th. We'd only be picking up that one, 6 points. Jack picking up 25 as we stand. Johnny picking up 18. Connor picking up 4 for 22. So yeah, try and do the maths. I hope so, Master Ranger. Yeah, proved a point there. Actually, the Williams here, they bless them, haven't got a point all season. Let's pop that up, actually, constructors. There we go. Look, not even a 0 there. There's not even a 0. Nothing. We've got nothing this year. So yeah, it'd be great to see them get some points on the board. Yeah, I mean, Nathan could do it. I mean, Calais as well, in 11th position, just outside the points. You never know what's going to happen. Could be a strong day for Williams for points. So let's hope for it anyway. Okay, so I think we will get going at the end of the lap here. Which will give us, what, 6 laps of racing. Yeah, safety car in this lap. So Jack probably try and do a little bit of a better job than he did last time. Johnny was on it, so he managed to sure everyone's behaving themselves and not got anyone banging into each other. But yeah, I think Jack will probably try and do a little bit better job getting away. Didn't quite get the jump on Johnny, certainly nothing compared to the massive restart we saw from Hummer earlier. Just caught everyone by surprise, pretty much went now, and nobody was ready behind. Right, and we are racing again. I just want to put the tyres on because I've forgotten what everyone's on. Pretty much a few, yeah, mainly hards and mediums. So Tom Putty on the softs down there. Not sure he's going to make that to the end. But if he wants to give it a go, that is absolutely fine. So NLD Rush already down, or into 9th position, sorry. Yeah, Nathan losing that place to Moss Isley, and now another place to Summers. As Billy said, he has got some pretty quick drivers behind him, and he was sitting in 5th. But I still think he could hold his own. He could certainly hold out and get some points here. Even 1 point per temp would just be nice to see. But he's now coming under pressure from Connor. We've got NLD Rush next. Hummer is going to be quick as well. And then Piney, who at the moment is unpredictable on that wheel. But looks at positions at times that he's got a decent amount of pace, but then you see him flying off. So that will come with practice on the wheel. So right, back at the front, these two have managed to pull out of DRS from Moss Isley. I think Moss Isley obviously fighting his way up and through, so now past Pombert. Hummer, making his way up into 9th. So past Rush, Mos Eisley picking up fastest lap of the race. Composite picking up another 3-second time penalty. So Mos Eisley just trying to get that gap down to under the second, which I think he did. Does he now have DRS available? He does, so he was within that 1 second, so he can use that to recharge his ERS and just pull up onto the back of these two. Obviously on the quicker tyres, but he's still got 5 laps to go, so they are going to be hell by the time he gets to the end. So Johnny now up into the lead, making the move on Kazingle into the hairpin, but is Jack going to make the move right back? No, he's not. He's just going to sit behind, I think, recoup some of that ERS. But he needs to be careful because Mos Eisley is directly behind him and he's not messing about tonight. So he's shown very, very good pace, and I'm sure if he sees a gap, he will go for it. He no longer has his teammate to overtake on the inside as well, so we're not going to see another Aston Martin sandwich. But Mos Eisley still pushing and possible on for the win. I think it is between those three unless anything happens. Pombert just a couple of seconds nearly further back. He's got these Summers with him. Then we've got a second back to Connor, and then a row of cars behind him. Bog recovering to 13th, but not being able to make his way hugely up the field. So it could be a pointless afternoon for him, even though it was looking so quick at one point. So the front three, Jack taking the lead. Is Johnny going to make a move down here, or are they just going to sort of work a little bit together for the last couple of laps and then give it everything on the last lap? Gloves are off. I know I'm saying about Bog not getting points, but there's a hell of a lot of penalties there. I mean, Skipper and Piney are going to finish tomorrow. Then you've got Nathan, Hummer and Connor have all got 3. Bog himself does have 3, but he's going to move up at least 2 places there. So 11th, just outside the points. Really needs to make an overtake. Tom's tyres, I'm sure, are going to drop off a cliff very, very soon. Putting on those softs, so Bog could nab that position there, but then would still need to put out 3-second gap. Tom currently without any penalties against his name. So Johnny and Jack continuing. Looks like Mos Eisley going for a move up the inside. Please give me a better camera angle than that. Oh, Mos Eisley's round as he gets a little bit of a loose back end there, putting out the chicane. And Jack is back past, but I don't think Mos Eisley thinks anything of that and decides to make the move again, and he's now up inside. But what this has done is just open up a gap, 1.2 seconds to Johnny. So if he can get his head down now, just keep that out of the second, he can hopefully pull himself away. Jack now being joined by Summers, so Summers has crept up onto the back of this, and with him he's brought Pombert and Havoc Connor. Hummer not too far down the road either, so I expect him to potentially get on to the back of this. Right, thank you, Grealish. Just a bit of information in. Looks like Andre was an unfortunate bystander in the accident. Looks like Pipkey and Bog might have tangled. Unfortunately, they may have had a little spin, Andre finding himself faced with a car directly in front of him that he wasn't expecting. So yeah, very unfortunate. Right, so penultimate lap, we are soon coming around to end it. Jack sitting in third position. I don't think he'd be too disappointed with that, to be honest with you. Does have an 8-point gap to Johnny. As we stand, what's that, 10, 10 points. Yeah, 10-point difference. So Johnny would lead going into the final round of the championship by 2 points. I believe Pipkey will be out of it, but we'll wait until the official results come out. I'm not going to make any guesstimations on that. So Bog might find himself a point now, has got past NLD Rush, and obviously with a couple of drivers ahead of him with 10 and 12 second penalties, he could find himself up a position. Or up a couple of, well, certainly now, made up position, could find himself up into 9th. So, well, he's already passed Tom Putty, so Bog is on a mission. I mean, 10th, 9th, 8th would be round about where he would be looking at finishing. But anyway, let's get back to Johnny, who has pretty much picked his moment. Don't think he's led that many laps in this race, but just managed to be there at the right time. Has now pulled out a gap of 1.2 on Moss Isley, so he's not going to be caught. So I think we are pretty much set with this top 4, other than Pipkey is obviously going to end up on the podium for Summers with that 10-second penalty. So let's jump on with Johnny coming across the line to take victory at Abu Dhabi. We then have Moss Isley coming home second. Summers, I say, will cross in third, but will drop down for that penalty. So Kazingle picking up third. Pombert in 4th position. Then Connor in 5th. Hummer comes home in 6th. The Summers 7th position. Then we're just waiting. Tom Putty in 8th. Bogorowski does get up to 9th position. Composite 10th, 11th, going to Skipper 12th. Piney Penguin. Nathan 13th. Brother Adam 14th. 15th is NLD Rush. And 16th will be Calais. Obviously the DNFs of Ralph, Andre, Pipkey and Lakatsis. But overall, it was a pretty strong race, pretty clean up to about the halfway point. As soon as Grelis said, "Oh, it's looking really, really clean," it completely went to ruin from there. So we'll blame Grelis for that. But at the end of the day, good win for Johnny. As I say, in the championship, that is, so he's going to get 25 against 15. He's 8 behind. So yeah, Johnny will lead by 2 points, I think, going into the final round of the championship. As I say, Pipkey, I think, will be out of it. Okay, so just waiting for the final standings. Nathan had a Piney disaster. Oh, last lap disaster. Yeah, it looks like it all went wrong for him, unfortunately. He was looking in a good position. And, yeah, I think Williams failing to score again. But anyway, race winner going to J5 Gaming. Moss Isley getting the fastest lap driver of the day, and cleanest driver going to J5 Gaming. Pombert picking up most overtakes. So the finishing order: Johnny taking 1st position, Moss Isley in 2nd, 3rd going to Kazingle. Then we have Pombert in 4th, 5th going to Havoc Connor, 6th going to Hummer. 7th place to D Summers, 8th to Tom Putty, 9th to Barry Bogorowski. So getting back into the points there. 10th going to Composite. Then Skipper just outside the points in 11th. Piney Penguin completing his 1st lap on Will. Nathan unfortunately dropping off towards the end. So Williams still unfortunately not got a point to their name. Brother Adam finishing 14th, 15th going to NLD Rush, and Calais the last of the finishers in 16th. Then obviously the DNFs, as we said, of Ralph, Andre, Pipke, and Lakatsis. Right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed that. Quite exciting race. We are obviously going to have a championship decider now in Brazil next week. I think we're going to have the constructors and the drivers championship up for grabs next week. So it'll be interesting to see who is going to win it, whether it is Jack or whether it is Johnny. We will have to wait and see. But I'll be back next week, same place, same time at 8 o'clock for Division 2. But don't forget Division 1 being broadcast on a Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'm not sure if Championship's finished there. I think Benny might have already won it. If not, it's pretty much turn up and you've won it. So, but yeah, please tune in, give him your support, and tune in here next week and give the support to Division number 2. Thanks so much for listening.